this Akash guy just gave him like the run through. And then he also had the balls to go on public record saying, my wife's a virgin. She's a good girl. She's respectful. You know, you give a girl a microphone and a camera to talk to in front of a bunch of people, and she just loves talking about her sexual exploits in her youth. And this guy Akash just got it completely wrong. There's a stand-up comic, an Indian dude, whose wife, I'm just going to minimize this for a little bit, whose wife, she's been on a bunch of podcasts, and you know, shout out to Myron Gaines for putting this together, because they were on I think it's called what's his name, Andrew Schultz and Akaash something or another, Akaash Singh. They're both stand-up comics, and they had the Fresh and Fit boys on years ago, and they kind of got lectured over some of their opinions on the sexual marketplace and women and what women respond to, as you typically do. You know, I see this often. I can go and put something on social media or on Twitter and X, and you get one end of the equation is the white knights and the simps, you know, coming in. And then on the other end of the equation, you get the toxic feminists that come in, and it's like they're just both saying exactly the same thing, right? And that's usually what you end up getting with these plugged in betas, because that's essentially what this guy Akash is. But let's examine this example over here together. Get some volume.
Find men that measure up to him and like
drag this back over here. Let's have a listen to what she has to say.
So my husband actually interviewed these red pill guys on their podcast one time, and I won't mention their names because who the fuck even cares? But it was so funny because he actually called them out on their shit.
Hi, my name is Justine. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
I'm mad at my husband because he's too busy working and being a provider, and I'm over here having all these cute outfits, cute shoes, cute bags, like want to do my makeup, want to go out, and he's nowhere to be found.
Okay, you guys, I have really good news. So for the longest time, I told my husband he couldn't look at me until he got to 1 million followers, because like, who the fuck are you if you don't even have 1 million followers on Instagram?
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy. Like, Akash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
Okay, I have 3 questions about Luigi. Okay, Akash is mad because I call Luigi Bae.
I don't love it. I don't love it. What does Bae mean?
Bae is like means like
Get it out. Figure it out.
like Bae means like when you call someone like honey.
All right, so we'll pull that out of the screen. There was actually a few other clips that came up, but essentially what this guy Akash and Schultz did was they were lecturing Myron and Fresh about their views on the sexual marketplace, which are accurate. You know, I've known Myron since 2017 or 18 or something like that. He used to be in my community, and I mentored him very early on. What he talks about is accurate. But this Akash guy just gave him like the run through. And then he also had the balls to go on public record saying, my wife's a virgin. She's a good girl. She's respectful. None of the stuff that you guys say is accurate or true. And yet there's podcast clip after podcast clip. And I can't play like the really bad ones, because there's ones where she's talking about like basically having guys run a train through her when she was in college. And she overtly lied to her husband, saying that she was chaste when they got married. I think he was 32. She was in her early 20s. And that story, of course, changes as soon as you give a woman a White Claw and a microphone and some lights to talk to, and she starts singing like a canary. It's one of the best and worst things that ever happened for guys and gals is, you know, you give a girl a microphone and a camera to talk to in front of a bunch of people, and she just loves talking about her sexual exploits in her youth. And this guy Akash just got it completely wrong. Dude got lied to badly, and he owes Myron an apology for that nonsense. But you get the idea. So long-term requirements for guys will change dramatically. So we talked about their party years in their youth and their 20s and how that can change as well, depending on when they have time to party. I think all women go through a party phase, whether it's after divorce, whether it's before marriage. Sometimes during the marriage, women will do it. It's not that uncommon there as well. But, plenty of women will marry early, raise kids, and then, divorce in their 30s and try to dive back in the sexual marketplace. One of the frustrating components of hypergamy for a lot of unplugged men to accept is that a 30-year-old woman that is now finished with her party years and looking to settle down and start a family all of a sudden has a lot more rules and requirements for men, as we just pointed out in that Reddit post. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel? Hit subscribe.